Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. Theodore Roosevelt had a point. This is what games are, and it's especially painful if you find yourself sat around a table with me. A lot of modern game design seems to disagree with me and Teddy, though. So many games designed in the last decade deal in plenty rather than scarcity, ease rather than endeavour. It seems the goal is to produce endorphins rather than challenge. It feels more and more that we are that pigeon poking at the right button so we can get some seed. But I'm with Teddy on this one. There has to be some effort, or what you get has no worth. That's why I like a game that is hard. Virtual Revolution is a game that has a tight economy, pits players against each other, and makes reaching your goals difficult. Importantly though, you can reach your goals in this game. You can get what you want, but you have to work to get it. Not the kind of rote, soul-crushing work that you do in an office, but invigorating and satisfying work. Virtual Revolution is a challenge, and I love that about it. So, how many of you out there have heard about the French dystopian sci-fi movie Virtual Revolution? No, me neither, but this is the board game adaptation of it. Now, I can't speak to the film's quality, only having seen the trailer, but if it holds up to the board game, it should be pretty good. Though, it looks like fairly standard cyberpunk fare. Implants aplenty, evil corporations, rainy streets drenched in neon. Truly, Ridley Scott has a lot to answer for. The director of this movie seems to be something of a Renaissance man, though. Starting out as a composer, he's gone on to sit in the director's chair, write novels, and now can add board game designer to the list. Guy Roger Duvert can do a lot of stuff. This is the first time I know that a director of a movie has taken on the job of turning that movie into a game, but he's done a great job. In Virtual Revolution, players take on the roles of mega corporations, fighting to control Neo-Paris in the year 2047, and I know every city in Cyberpunk is just the name of the city with Neo on the front. This time I blame Akira. You control the city by placing influence out onto the boroughs of it. Control all the boroughs in a district, and you receive a card that gives you a special power specific to that district, and also showers you with points at the end of the game. You can hire agents all done up in their cyberpunk finery. They give you once-around buffs and can be transformed into a boost that makes the actions that you do in the game better. You can build infrastructure in the form of servers on the board that become more valuable the more you build, and bring virtual reality versus online that provide you with endgame goals to work towards. None of this comes without a price though, as almost every action in the game will require you to draw a corruption card and get enough corruption, and at the end of a round, Interpol will raid you, and there will be a cost to your transgression. Also, the group of underground terrorists called the Necro will target each corporation every round, holding extreme malice for the company making the most money. Play 5 rounds, score points with a myriad of scoring opportunities, and the person with the most points wins. The first thing to say about Virtual Revolution is that this is a game of contention. If you don't like directly fucking with your opponent's game and having them fuck with yours, then maybe this isn't a game for you. As with everything in Virtual Revolution though, you can plan for their attacks and ameliorate the effectiveness of those attacks if you play well enough. Also, I've said it before, but this is a tight game. Money is hard to come by at times, but the real economy is the city itself, and influencing the city is an expensive business, and you are forever batting off the attentions of the other corporations in an attempt to desperately hold on to territory. Take your eye off the board for a second, and those bastards around the table will sweep in and purloin that tasty district in the centre of town. Mental acuity is required to get what you want in this game. This is the biggest plus about Virtual Revolution. It is a game that provides you with challenge from every angle. You have the aforementioned bastards around the table that want your stuff, but also the game will throw up barricades that you have to clamber over in your attempt at victory. The attacks from the necro-terrorists every round being the starkest example of this. I played this game the other night, and one of the players remarked that they found this whole phase of the game random and unjust. This fails to acknowledge the brilliant design of the game though, where ample opportunities are afforded the players throughout the round to look at this card and plan accordingly. Nothing in this game need be punitive if you plan for it. It's just a question of priorities. It is these kind of trade-offs that add not just to the challenge, but also the tension. Actions are another currency that is tight in Virtual Revolution, and you will never be able to do everything, so you need to decide on a path and take it. The scoring conditions in their amount and variety are not there to spray points all over you, rather they are separate boulevards that you take to the same destination, victory, and it's only by taking the right road that you'll get there. This is the same with the goal cards you're given at the beginning of the game. They offer an entrance into the game, a design decision that helps you enter the world of Virtual Revolution. I like that this game is hard. This is a well thought out game that doesn't aim for dazzling originality, but a well executed arc that can be extremely rewarding if you play well. That's not to say that the game is overly complex though, it sits solidly in medium weight, and although it is icon heavy, they're easy to pass after a couple of rounds of play. I've played this a few times now, and my journey through the game has been different every time. This is the key to replayability. You don't need a million setup states to add variety. Virtual Revolution utilises the most important random factor in game design, the players, which makes the game totally unique every time you play it. In a sea of ease and meaningless rewards, it's wonderful to play something that makes you work for your victory. This is not just wanton cruelty though. Virtual Revolution is designed well enough that you can avoid the hits if you prepare well enough. Navigating through the difficulty is the game, and you leave this one feeling like you've achieved something. Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. Never were truer words spoken, and you'll find your victory well worth it in Virtual Revolution. Thank you for watching. You can always subscribe if you enjoyed this, and you can also thumb and comment and all of that good stuff. You can get lovely merch at sirmeeple.com and help to get these videos made, like these people, by going to patreon.com/5G4D. All the links are down below. Now I'm off to eat some microchips. Christ, I need a slap for that joke.